Hi guys, welcome back. I am making videos for people, for you, feeling things are strange, seeing things strange you haven't seen before, or you could have been having a wake up. Anyways, so I wanted to make this video to show a line where we are, where we're going, a little bit more general description. I have been a truth seeker, as you are and I are, according to some people. For people who do have this feeling about things are strange and yeah, it doesn't look like it did. And they call it to be awake. And this is, I think, the first time I used that term. And what is it to be awake? Well, it is when you start to see how the real world actually is. You can see that the wars we are fighting is not actually fought over democracy. You can see that the politicians we are electing are, to take it mild, they're not as maybe as honest as they like to market themselves as. And this, when you start to see this is of course a very mild explanation of this, and it has a lot of different stages, and it goes up and down in life. And the first time I experienced this, it is as Yogananda is describing in his book. I don't remember the name of the book. He is describing to wake, and then that's you have truth seeking and awakening, and you have truth seeking. The awakening part is individual. It is different probably from person to person. My awakening was as I was standing on a trampoline and jumping, and I was jumping and getting higher and higher, and suddenly my head was out of the earthly bubble, and I was looking out in the universe in some strange manner. And when I came down from that, I was transformed into something different. This feeling changed. In the first weeks, it lingered quite strong, but it faded away after a while. And as I saw the world in a different way, I was a young man, and this was way back in the 80s, and there wasn't too much literature on the theme. It was the church, and I didn't feel at home there from different reasons. Strange. And so I did as every other young man do. They think, okay, I have to make something of myself, and I got myself a job, and starting to work, and looking for a wife, and the first job I got was one of the earlier jobs I got after I had my awakening was as a salesman. In Norway, we had a system where Norwegians could they got subsidies. You bought machines, computers, and the state paid some part of it. And the company I was working with, they had a mantra, and that was that the more you bought, the more you earned. And I was standing there. We had some kind of sleazy way to get into the companies. And when we were in there, I saw that there were the people who were working there and my prospects, they were kind of vulnerable because we were inside their sphere, and we had some kind of leader, a top leader in the company where they had given us their go and their what's the word? Yeah, they said we were good. Yeah, so we had some in some strange way, and with my charisma, I got after the awakening. People they did as we said. And selling people those machines and that equipment much more than they could afford. I couldn't live with that. I could not live with that. So I had to change my job, and I had a house mortgage. I had a wife, and I just quit. Very stupid. But when you are awaking and you're walking on that path, you will see, and you will this is why I was making the videos about friends and money first, because depending on how far you have come on that path, you can have a big house, you can have a big nice car, 5 children and a big house and $15 million in a mortgage. And what you will feel as a truth seeker is that when you go and speak with people about your experiences, they will say, "You're crazy, man. You need to do something, man. This is not good. You're not right." But you see these things and you feel these things, and you can't just put it away. You can feel it is eating your soul out. You can't ignore it. As a young man, I managed to ignore it some years. I had to quit that job, and I was then, after that, I quit it without getting another one. Very stupid. A lot of consequences. But I didn't know where to go next, what to do. I was just so confused, and the society, they said I would go to the right, make more money, get this job, just get it done. And my consciousness and my new seen world wanted me to go to the left. My soul wanted to go to the left, and the world wanted me to go to the right. And if you don't have any compass, you don't know, you have everybody you speak with, your wife, your friends, media, the books you find, mostly, they tell you to go to the right. And it's only you and your soul telling you to go to the left. And that path is riddled with problems. Riddled with problems. So this video is to give you an anchor. You're not mad, and you are right. The left is the way, not the right. Yes, you can have a job. Yes, you can have a house. Yes, you can have friends. But you need to know what you do. And at one time in life, you need to throw it all in the sea and go to the left. If you do it earlier, it will be easier. If you wait for longer, it will be harder and harder and harder. Everything you build that way, you will be forced to consider quitting. And if you're a real truth seeker, we will not manage to ignore it. You can make it in the beginning, but not after a while. What you have seen cannot be unseen. It will only increase with time. And that is why I made the video about friends and money. Because normal friends, they are not truth seekers, and every little bit of information and input and commercial and whatever information you meet out in the society wants you to buy something. It wants you to get hooked in debt. It wants you to follow the line. Yeah. And you need to be firm to get off the hook. You need to be firm to get off the hook. Yeah, what a night.